Welcome to another episode of Inspired Voices. My name is Oliver Riera, and this is Calvin.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man.
Good. Thanks for having me, bro.
I'm excited that you're here, dude.
Yeah,
honestly.
same here, man. Same here.
You are probably one of the most dedicated fighters that I've known and seen and stuff like that.
Over the years.
Yeah.
Sure,
so let's get into it. So why don't you tell everyone what you do?
Well, I'm a professional boxer. I train out of Pride Boxing and Fitness in Garner, North Carolina, Raleigh. I'm a 3-time Golden Glove champion out in Charlotte. I turned pro in 2021, May 15th of 2021, and still on the journey to this day.
Yeah. Oh, you don't put that mic closer
Yes,
to you.
sir. Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. I didn't know you turned pro. I thought it was longer.
Oh yeah,
Something.
it was. I've
You just
always
look
had
like
a
a
pro
pro.
style. Yeah. I've always, and that's pretty much all I was. Like in the amateurs, I was always sparring with pros because I've always had that style.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, always.
So let's start from the top, man. Where you from?
Well, I was originally born in Salisbury, North Carolina.
Okay.
It's maybe like 30 minutes from Charlotte.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
I moved to Raleigh around, I want to say 5 or 6, not too long after I was born.
All right.
So I was pretty much raised here. I was pretty much raised in the Raleigh area, and I went to Enloe High School, and then I ended up moving back to Salisbury for a little bit to finish out school, and then I moved to Charlotte to continue my career.
Yeah.
As a,
Why the
boxer.
movings?
Well, when I found boxing, I always knew that I wanted to box. It was just something that I always knew.
Like
that I
from
wanted
the
to.
you were little.
From the beginning. I remember it's one guy that trains with me now. I went to middle school with him, and he remembered the days when I used to tell him. I was like 13. He remembered the days when I used to tell him that I was gonna be a boxer one day. Like I just always knew it was just something in me. Just always.
Where'd that come from, though?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like no one in your family boxed?
No
or
one in my
anything?
family boxed. Now, there's a lot of people in my family that that can fight, but actually box. I'm the very first professional boxer. You get what I'm saying? Like it used to be teachers. I don't know if you know. How old are you?
38.
38. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, when I was in middle school, it used to be different teachers or maybe even principals would come in and kind of pull us outside and ask us what we wanted to do. When we grew up, and I always said a professional boxer.
Really?
Always. Even when I seen boxing gloves, man, something in me. I just got so happy for some reason. Never knew what it was. Never put a pair of gloves on. I just knew. You get
That's
what I'm saying?
weird, man.
Yep. So fast forward.
Did you see street fights growing up?
Yeah. I seen a few. I watched a little bit of Kimbo Slice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, I ended up finding boxing when I was in high school. I started at second round when I was here.
Yeah.
And I was kind of focused on that a little bit more than I was school, so my mom took me out of it. So at the end of my 10th grade, I want to say my sophomore year, I ended up I moved down with my dad.
Yeah.
And I finished school down there, and
Gotcha.
I didn't want to, for a while I was looking for a gym, and I finally found one out in Charlotte, and I started training there. Down boxing, I started training there, and won a state Golden Gloves there 3 times, and then I decided to move back here, and just closer to my family, and because my little brother actually he was training with Coach Kenny before I actually moved back down here, and I seen the great things that he was doing with my brother, man. Like not even just with boxing, him just being a mentor to my brother. So I seen things like that. And Coach Kenny had actually, before he became my coach, he actually came to a few of my fights.
Yeah.
He was actually like ringside at a few, and it was just. I knew it was time for me. I knew it was time for a change for me, and I just wanted something different. So I decided to move back here.
Nice.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Coach Kenny is the one that was on my podcast.
Yes.
From Pride Boxing.
Yeah.
That's dope, dude. What about boxing do you like? Because you, from a young age, right?
Yeah.
But like, what about it?
What about it do I like? I like that I don't have nobody that I can tag in when it gets tough.
So it's like a solo
or pass the ball. Yeah. Or when basketball you can pass the ball.
Yeah.
When it gets tough, you got too much pressure on your football, you can throw the ball, but boxing, like you have to figure it out. And I can honestly say, boxing, I've learned so much about myself. with boxing. It's been one of my greatest teachers. You get what I'm saying? Like outside of like hands down has been one of my greatest teachers.
Yeah,
you know,
I feel like it's the most humbling
it is,
thing
bro.
you could do.
It is, man. Like the wins, the losses. I wouldn't even say the losses, the lessons, but it's honestly has been, even to this day, man, like I'm still learning so much about myself.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, I love boxing, fighting in general, MMA, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I feel like those type of sports really, for me, I love it because I can't articulate it completely, but it's like one of those things where I've been held back for so long in my younger years that I wanted to make sure that I knew what the definition is to be a man,
Exactly.
to put yourself in a raw position
Exactly.
and see how you do.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, man.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And even like being able to tune out everything on the outside and really focus in on what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot. I remember my first fight, man, I had a tougher fight with my nerves than I did the actual fight. You get what I'm saying? So over the years, man, I really learned to like tune that out, and get the job done.
Did that take you a while?
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, but I don't know, man. I think, my determination and my love for the sport, man, outweighed, the nerves or the fears and anxiety that I had. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I remember it was I had to make a choice, man. Like, bro, it's either you gonna do this, because nothing about the sport is gonna change. It's either you gonna change. You get what I'm saying? And when I realized that, there's really no easy route, to go, man, I decided to, go full on.
Right. Yeah. So let's take it back a little bit. So your first boxing gym experience was when? In middle school?
So no. It was in. So I first knew I always knew that I wanted to do it when I was in, I think the fifth, going in sixth grade.
Okay.
And I think it was 12, 13, and that's when they would come in and ask me all the time. They would come in and ask everybody all the time, like, what you want to be when you grew up?
Yeah.
And, everybody used to say a football player, basketball, and I actually did basketball.
Right.
Did not like it. I did not like it, man. So,
but you started at boxing like classes when you were 13?
No. I started boxing classes when I finally found a boxing gym when I was in the 10th grade.
10th grade. Oh,
yeah,
that's right. High school.
Yeah, man. High school. Yeah, man. But all those years, I always knew that I wanted to.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I didn't know when. I didn't know how. I just always knew.
What was the holdback there? Was it just like kind of you didn't know what kind of action to take?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, exactly. I didn't know what action to take. I'm 13. I'm, my mom. She's working. She, so she didn't really have time to, But I always knew in the back of my brain, like if the opportunity ever came,
gotcha.
I was gonna take it. And I remember it was my sophomore year. I was actually going to my next class, and I seen like it was like a sign on like right beside the locker, and it said, boxing classes, second round, after school program. I'm like, oh, that's it. That's it right there. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen a promotion for boxing classes in school.
Yeah, me either, man. It was, man, it had to been divine, because I remember when I first signed up for it, like after school, like tryouts, they would it was a few amateur fighters would come to the school, come in the classroom and kind of do a little bit of technique and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when the guy pulled his gloves out of his bag and I smelled the leather from the gloves, I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. And I took it and ran. Yeah,
There's nothing like it.
Nothing like it, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it at all.
So what were you doing? I know you weren't taking classes beforehand or anything like that, but was there a lot of street fights involved beforehand? Just to like kind of do something?
A little bit, not too much, man. My mom, I had a pretty good childhood. You get what I'm saying? But I remember I never wanted to, even my daughters don't like to fight.
Right.
But they have that really soft heart. But if you push them to that, if you push them to it, they'll, know. So I remember when I was in third grade, and this kid was going around bullying everybody. I remember his name, Craig. He was going around bullying everybody, man. And when he got to me one day, man, I think I hit him like twice, and I scared the teacher. Yeah, I got suspended for like 2 or 3 days, man.
Yeah.
And it was just something, man. I just always knew that I could fight. I didn't like to fight when I was younger. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't know that I had always thought when I was younger that, you know, with boxing, like you had to be angry all the time.
Right.
And I had to learn that, man, if you do that, you're gonna get hurt, man. Like,
Oh, you knew that from a young age, huh?
yeah. Well, at younger, when I was younger, I thought that, you know, you had to be angry,
Right.
you know, to be able to succeed in boxing.
Gotcha.
But, you know, as I got older, I realized, man, that your emotions will get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Not only in the ring, but in life also.
Right. And then it's something about the nerves too. Like
yes.
they could take over and
For sure. Yeah.
fail
They can
pretty much.
devour you, man. They expose you to a lot of danger. So it's always important, man, to, you know, no matter what situation you're in, just keep a level headed.
Yeah. So talk to me more about that first class in boxing gym.
The first class. I mean, it was really, man, it was good, man. It was really good.
Yeah.
The running part, man, like I never did so much running in my life, you know, so I had to adjust to that. And first class, man, I remember the coach was saying, like, when I was hitting the heavy bag, he was saying he just kept saying, like, I got everything, like I'm a natural, you know, and
Nice.
you know, pretty
always
good
good to
speed. Yeah, really good speed, man. But I just didn't, you know, I was just doing what I thought looked good, you know. And you know, the more time I spent, you know, boxing in the boxing gym, I learned that, man, there's a reason for everything.
Yeah.
You know, not just looking good.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? My first class, it was really good. I seen other boxers. I seen other boxers that's been doing it for a while, man. And like I couldn't contain my excitement. I just knew, like, you always, and that's what everybody, man, you just know, you know, when something's for you.
Yeah.
You know when it's not, you know when it is for you. And I knew like it was, you know, everything in me told me that was where I was supposed to be.
Yeah. Was there like any kind of matches involved or just
No,
just training?
just training. I mean, because any gym that you start at, man, you always, it's kind of like a probation period, you know, and the amount of hours you put in before you can actually get an actual fight. Because you got some guys that'll look great. They look great in the gym, man, and they get in front of a lot of people, big crowds and stuff like that,
right.
they crumble.
Yeah.
They don't go over nothing they rehearsed in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I remember my MMA teacher was always saying, like, you could if you're training and you're at a level 10, like technique is on point and shit
Exactly.
like that. When you get into a street fight or anything like that, or in a boxing match, it goes down to like a 6 or something like that.
It does, man. It does. A lot of people don't they don't yet get the mental part of it, man. Like, even Coach Kenny talks about it all the time about like the Instagram, you know, the Instagram fighters hitting the mitts and stuff like that, like looking pretty. And, a lot of guys don't know what to do after they get punched in the face. What Mike Tyson say, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. That's true. A lot of people don't have a plan after that.
Right.
You know, some people, mind just goes all over the place, man. So it takes a lot of guts, man, to be able to you know, get hit, not get upset, keep your composure, you know, and not let that moment get the best of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a lot of, you know, it takes experience, it takes a lot of patience, and, you know, a lot of focus. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't they don't stay long enough to, you know, to realize, man, that, you know, you'll get better in the process.
Yeah.
Like the process kind of weeds them out a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I think that's true with any martial arts.
It does. It
honestly.
is. It definitely is.
I just Mike just a little bit closer.
Man.
There you
My
go.
bad, bro. My bad.
I was just staring at it the whole time.
Getting
Like,
away
oh god.
But yeah, man.
That's nice though, man.
Yeah,
That you really found your thing in like when you were young, and not a lot of people get to know that
That's
answer
right. That's
until
exactly
later on in life.
Yeah, that's exactly right, man.
Yeah.
And man, it's been a vehicle for me. It's been when I say a vehicle, man, it's been a vehicle for other avenues in my life, like just being able to connect with people. You know, because I feel like I know that I'm a natural born leader, and you know, with boxing, man, boxing just kind of, you know, it just gravitates people, you know, to me and who I am, man, and open up doors for, you know, just leadership, or, you know, if I'm just, you know, just simply just sitting and talking with somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much more bigger than just boxing. And I've, you know, here recently, man, I've really learned that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I do have a mission and a goal, you know, that I need to accomplish, man. And you know, boxing is a part of it, man. But I know that it's a lot more bigger than boxing, man. Just being able to overcome, you know, not just life, but also me as a man being able to overcome myself. You know, that right there by
I feel like
itself.
I'm always trying to overcome myself.
Yeah, exactly, man. And it's and a lot of, and that right there, man, that is a fight by itself. Bro.
Yeah, it really
That
is.
is a fight by itself, man. Like, because at the end of the day, you can't get away from yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like, so, like, man, overcoming myself and who I am, and you know, just being all I'm supposed to be in life. You know, not just in boxing. You know what I'm saying? That is my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you feel like you're still in a place where, or you will always be in a place where you're always going to try and outbeat yourself or something?
Yeah,
like that?
always. Yeah, man. That's just that competitive. That's just that competitive mindset. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like it's, man. I don't ever want to get to the end of my life, man, and it's two totally different. Man, I meet the person I was supposed to be, and then you know, here's the person that I was. You know, I don't want them to be two totally different people. I want them to be identical twins. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and I had to stop. You know, I had to stop limiting myself to just one thing, because I'm a few things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm a father. You know, I'm a husband. I'm, you know, a fighter.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a lot of that leader. I'm a lot of those things, man. But if I
Instead of just boxing.
yeah,
is that what
exactly.
you
If,
mean? Gotcha.
if I'm just, you know, if it's just boxing, man, like, you know, like who else is gonna give the thing that I'm supposed to do the attention, like outside of me? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, and this is a learning, man. It's a learning process, man. Like for years, man, that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Box. That's all I wanted to do, man. But you know, there has to be a balance in between, because you don't want, you know, you don't want to be doing one thing, you know what I'm saying, and you're neglecting this. Like you have to find a balance. So I think with me, now I'm just trying to find balance. You get
Interesting.
what I'm saying? Like,
That's where you're at right now?
That's where I'm at right now.
Oh,
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where I'm at. In a great space in my life right now.
Yeah, life is definitely a balance, man.
It is.
Especially like because the humans are so layered. They're so layered, and there's so many different things,
Yep.
and you have to make sure you're kind of hitting each one. and stuff
Exactly,
like
man.
that. So,
Exactly, man. Because if it's not gonna get done without, it's not gonna get done. How's it gonna get done without you? You know what I'm saying? Like we all have a specific mission.
yeah,
You know, we all got a specific mission, man. And you know, if we're getting torn apart in one area, like who's gonna take care? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna take care of you know, the other thing that we're supposed to be doing? So balance is key.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And in order for you to know that, man, like you would have to have been torn apart a few times to know that.
yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
You feel like you've been torn.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That was the only reason. That's really the only reason I know, now that I know, you know, balance is important. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Getting
that's
pulled
true.
here, getting pulled there, and you know, not really having the energy or being able to get anything else done.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
And then you got to like find that threshold too.
you got to.
I found that for myself because like when I was like 24, I changed my life completely, 180, and then I had to relearn how to do basic things like communicate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in order to progress forward, I always found myself crossing the line, but then like, oh, okay, I knew where that line is. Now I can step back. You know what I mean? It's all about adjusting.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just like your footwork.
Yeah, exactly. It is. You see how, man, with boxing, man, you can compare it to just about
Yeah,
any
anything.
aspect in your life, man.
Yep. So you the after school program for boxing, right?
After school program.
And then what's the transition after that?
Okay, so after school program, you know, I was boxing there for a few months, and I was a lot more focused on that. Again, talk about balance. A lot more focused on that. Then my grades started dropping,
Yeah.
and then my mom took me out of boxing. Something that I knew that I,
Yeah.
knew that I wanted to do. Like,
How was that for you?
you know, it was.
Did you put up a fight?
Nah, I couldn't. Nah, that's my mom. Nah, even to this day, you know, my mom, like, she's like, you know, with my mom, I'm kind of like, you know, I've always been respectful, never disrespect my mom. You know what I'm saying? But you know, in my head, I'm like, man, this lady don't know. Like, this is something that I'm supposed to be, you know. But
Yeah, this is my
I
calling.
couldn't. Then I couldn't expect. Now looking back now, you know, I realize you can't expect everybody to understand, you know, your dreams and why you're doing what you're doing. A lot of people ain't gonna get it, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people ain't, but that's fine.
Especially the people close to you.
Exactly, man. And those are the ones, like, and you know, if they love you, you know, they'll try their best to not offend you. But look, you shouldn't be doing that. You know, you know, certain things. You know, they're trying to convince you certain things that happen, or it's not going. You know, it's not going to end well. I mean, but that's just, you know, that's just the love and, you know, the protective, you know, instinct.
Yeah.
You know, of the ones that's closest to you. But you know, again, like, you can't. I've learned that was a tough pill to swallow, especially when it's somebody that you want to take, especially when it's someone that you want to, take on a journey with you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Because they're close to you, right?
Exactly. But I mean, you can still take them on a journey, but they don't have to understand everything. You get what I'm saying? But as long as they still, as long as they're still there for you when you need them, that's what really matters, man. Like, cause shoot, I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't have everything figured out with your life. I don't have everything figured out with my life and where I'm going.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but,
that's a tough spill.
It is.
I mean, a tough thing to learn.
It is, man.
Yeah.
It is, man. I mean, until you learn that and realize, man, like you ain't gonna have you're not gonna have it all figured out, everything mapped out, man. Like, that was really frustrated part to me.
Yeah.
Just understanding that that I'm not gonna have everything figured out.
Yeah.
To get where I need to go. And, honestly, man, like my greatest blessing have came from the things that I didn't all understand like right then. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like my greatest accomplishment were the things that I still kind of went after and, pursued it and accomplished it and didn't have all the necessary steps. A lot of people, they don't take the step, man. They don't take the next step, man, because they don't know. They're either too scared, they don't have clear direction, and I mean that's just what nobody in this world. Nobody.
Well, they're in the planning stages, and they keep staying in the planning stages.
Exactly, man. Exactly, and that's why a lot of people don't take the next step, man, because they're trying to get the whole roadmap right then and there.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, people get overwhelmed. Like I got a friend that he thinks of all these things to do, but he doesn't really follow through with any of it because he gets overwhelmed with the amount of things he has to do. It's like, no. You don't have to look at the whole picture, man. Just the first step. That's it.
That's good, man. That's really good.
So, what happened after the training after the?
My mom took me out.
Took you out, and then you didn't go back until when?
So I didn't go back. So it was close to the summertime.
Okay.
My sophomore year, it was close to the summertime. School had let out and things like that. And I was thinking, because I hadn't been in there like 2 months, 3 months. And I was
to the same place?
Yeah, to the same place. And so we usually go down to my dad's every summer. And I was thinking, I had been looking up like gyms while I was down there. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going back. I'm not going back to Raleigh. I'm staying out here. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to my mom a little bit. At first, she was against it, but I was already down there, so it wasn't really too much that she could like say. I think I was 17. Okay. I want to say I was 17 at the time, or something like that. Yeah, 17. And so I ended up staying at my dad's for a little bit. And
how was your dad's reaction to it?
Oh, my dad is a big boxing fan.
Oh yeah,
yeah, okay. man. He supports it. Like,
you think that's where you got it from, or was he watching like boxing matches?
Yeah, well, I mean, my dad, like, he knows more about boxing just as much as I do. Wow. And my mom, like, just about everybody in my family, just had that that fighting blood in them. And then on my dad's side, my dad is like, he's one of those guys. Without even outside of the boxing, like he's just. It's just something in him. You get what I'm saying? But,
was he, when you were younger, like, 17 and stuff like that, did he go out in the yard and like,
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. He did. He used to all the time, man. He used to all the time.
How'd you take that?
First, I would take it personal. I would take it personal first, man, because I didn't like, just really just being able to get used to getting hit or, and, not let my emotions get the best of me. And, but eventually, like, everything just, played out exactly how it was going to play out. You get what I'm saying? Like, I started keeping my emotions under control. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, not trying to, not wanting to get the shot back right after I get hit with a shot, being able to, why did I get hit with that? You get what I'm saying? Like, and everything played out. Yeah. Great. Yeah,
that's good, man. So you went to another boxing gym down there?
Yeah, so I think I was 18, getting ready to turn 19, a few days before I was getting ready to turn 19. So there was like a long gap. So I used to go out in the street. I used to go out in the middle of the street and just practice by myself. Jump rope, everything, every morning. Yeah. Every morning, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
And I used to jump rope. Bro. Yeah, man. Like, cause it's just a feeling that can't nothing else in this world. Martial arts, like boxing, is a feeling that can't nothing else in this world give you. I don't care what it is. You get what I'm saying? And I was constantly, just chasing that feeling, like whether I was doing it by myself or whether it was, in a boxing gym. You get what I'm saying? So I ended up finding a boxing gym in Charlotte.
Okay.
I was training there, for a while.
How was that experience?
It was great, man.
Yeah.
It was really good,
Was
man.
it nerve-wracking when you first stepped in? It's like, oh, no, this is still new to me.
Man, I got some crazy story. Man, I have some crazy stories. Cause I started training with, I started sparring with pros.
Really?
Pros man. Yeah, I started Jared Robinson, Lee Campbell, Spidey Williams. I don't know if you know all those guys.
I don't.
But Ryan, he was an amateur, one of the top amateurs in there. Vargas, all of those guys, man. I used to get my tail whooped. Man. Like I used to get whooped, man.
But you still fought through it. And,
yeah, absolutely.
You didn't like, oh, let me just do
man,
amateurs
never,
now.
man, you can ask any of them. It won't ever, man, I can look in the camera. It won't ever a time where it was like, no, I just quit. No, it was never that, man. But because I knew I had to stay in there, man. I knew I had to, learn to figure it out and fight through it. And, I feel like the coach down there was a lot harder on me than anyone else because he seen something. You get what I'm saying? And finally,
Did you know that from the start or did it was like a learning thing?
Yeah, it was like, man, I mean, I knew it from the start, man, because the first time I sparred, he asked me, have I boxed before? And I was telling him I trained at the second round for a little bit, for a couple of months, and then they finally took me out of it. You get what I'm saying? But I've always been naturally athletic.
Right.
Always been naturally athletic. So that, along with, my love for it, it just, it just made it a lot more, it just made it a lot easier than a regular person that's just coming in without no athleticism, you get what I'm saying? So, started there, man. It was times where I remember Jared Robinson, 130, I think it was like 130, 135 pounds. And he's probably gonna see this because we follow each other on Instagram. But man, he used to, I'm talking about, used to spank me.
Yeah.
Man,
he didn't go easy on you?
Man, no, did not go easy. No, man, I remember it was one time where
were you wishing it?
I was wishing it, but I was like, man, I guess because I was watching him spar with a lot of other people, he would kind of take it easy on them. But with me, like it was something that I really wanted to do. Yeah, man.
Interesting.
I remember it was one time where I'm right here, and he was, maybe like 4 or 5 feet across the ring. I remember him hitting me with a punch, man, that I never thought I'd get because I thought he was too far, but he had, he knows, distance. Like he's a pro. You get what I'm saying? Like, and he's seen just about every style. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And I'm 130 pounds, man. He used to spank me.
Damn.
He used to spank me. Yeah.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah.
That's amazing that you stuck to it, man.
I had to, man. I had my days where I'm like, I don't know now.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is about boxing in the gym is that it's almost like you could trust them not to go super crazy.
Exactly.
To the point where it's like a street fight.
Yeah. And it was never like that. Like it was always like I was like the pup, like the young pup, coming up, man. So it was really nothing. It's really nothing easy. Yeah. Nothing at all.
That's something, man.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah. It is, man. I'm telling you, because not a lot of guys, they can start at the gym where, it's just about more pros than it is amateurs. And that's all you're sparring with. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's where I developed the pro style and the amateurs from, is just sparring with a lot of pros.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But sparring, did you also train with a lot of pros?
Yeah. Yep.
Back then?
Yeah, back then, yeah. Gotcha. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, way more pros than I did amateurs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wild, man.
Yes, sir.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they saw something in you, didn't you?
Yeah, they did. They did, man.
It's almost like you were the next one up.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
And the crazy thing was, man, when I realized, man, like this is crazy. I remember Jared Robinson. I remember when I had sparred with him the week before. He was getting ready for a fight, man. And just seeing all of the guys that I sparred with, man, fight on TV, on Showtime and stuff like that, man, it was mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's almost like I have that same thing when I'm close to a celebrity, and so seeing old footage from when he was young and he was trying to make it, and then to where he is now, it's like, whoa, it's like mind blowing, man.
Yeah,
it paints a picture of like you can actually make it that far.
Exactly, man.
It's not so far,
It's not. It's a lot, man. It's so, man. We're so much closer than what we think.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we're so much closer. A lot of people, man, even myself, like in my younger days, man, I learned that, man, like, bro, you're not as far as what you think you are for where you're trying to get to in life.
Yeah. And I was
But-
watching that old footage, just to give him a little bit more context. I was watching the old footage, and it was only 4 years before he actually made it.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, damn.
That's it, man.
That's
it.
wild.
But a lot of people, man, like they'll subside in the process. You get what I'm saying? Like they'll kind of fade away in the process, man, because they don't know it. And I get it, and I get it sometimes, man. Like sometimes the process is so frustrating sometimes, man. But really, the process is where you really is where you really find out who you are and what you're capable of. A lot of people think it's the reward. No, it's not the reward. It's not the reward. That's not what the growth is. I mean, that's the reward and the destination that you're trying to get to, man. Like you got to go through the process and everything. Grow in the areas that you need to grow that's necessary.
Yeah.
And then you reap the rewards when you get to the destination.
Yeah. It's that's probably one of the hardest things for people, man.
It is.
The whole process of it can be so tough, can suck, and then you just want out just for that instant relief
Exactly.
instead of holding on to it.
Yeah,
It's that
exactly.
dopamine hit that you want.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly, man. Exactly, man. And then we don't.
That might be. It might be. I wonder. I just thought of this. Like, I wonder if it's easier for if you're going through the suck so much. Maybe you have to have something else in your life that helps you fill in that dopamine hit.
Exactly. Yeah, man.
In order to
Something
keep going
positive.
eating.
Yeah, something positive though, man.
Right,
everybody.
right.
A lot of people has an outlet, man, where it's not where it's gonna hurt them in the end. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Like addicts.
so it's a difference. I mean, it's a lot of different dopamines, man. But what type are we talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Some
That's
guys they want to run to certain things. A lot of other people want to run to something that's gonna benefit them now and in the future. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, boxing with the pros.
Yeah.
You did that for the summer only, right?
Yeah, I did it for no. So
Oh, you
I
just stayed there?
Yeah, I stayed at my dad's.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
stayed
okay,
at-
'cause you graduated.
My mom was livid. She was livid. I was like, man, mom, sorry, mom.
Did you
This
tell her
is-
like after summer?
Yeah, I told her after. I
Okay.
told her after, man. Like, but I had stayed at my dad's though. Like,
Yeah.
I stayed down there, and then I finally moved closer to Charlotte. I got my own place. Was closer to the gym and stuff
How?
like that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So like that was like what, a few months afterwards? or
Yeah,
something like
maybe I want to say not even a year afterwards. Not
Okay.
even a year after.
Gotcha.
I moved down
just-
there, was going to the gym, every day, and
Yeah.
that's just what it was.
Yeah.
I ended up my very first fight was the North Carolina State Golden Gloves.
that? That seems like a big one.
It was.
Yeah.
They just pretty much just threw me in there.
Damn.
And I'm telling you, man, like the nerves. That's what I was talking about earlier about the nerves. The nerves were, man, I can't even put into words.
Did you know how big it was then?
Yeah,
That
because I
boxing?
had been to a few fights
the-
actually before.
Okay, gotcha.
Actually being in one.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I knew like the kind of like the magnet. Now, it's, you got the nationals, you got the, Olympics, like those are bigger than the Golden Gloves. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
But, just that being my first fight, you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it was big. And that day, man, I remember I learned so much about myself. Learned so much about myself, man.
Did you win that fight?
Yeah, so I knocked him down with an uppercut. I remember knocking him down with an uppercut. Then I went for, I think it was a right hook. There was a right or left hook, and he went up under my my arm and popped my shoulder out of socket. Damn. Yeah, so they ended up waving that one off. But the next couple I won. The next Golden Gloves I won. The last one I was like, they basically made me like the main event in that one. And I ended up winning that one.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
You're just getting thrown into the deep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah.
But I feel like that's the kind of mentality that you kind of
Exactly.
go for. Right?
Exactly, man. And then and with me, man, like it's just like now, like I'm just in a season now in my life where, I'm just learning who I am. You get what I'm saying? Like, and boxing is a major contributor to that. You get what I'm saying? Like who I am right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been an amazing tool. The ups, the downs, I mean everything, man.
Yeah, because you're connecting the mind with the body.
Exactly.
And that, you learn so much from
Hey,
that.
man, you do, man.
Yeah.
You do.
Especially like, fighting, you're pretty much reacting,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So like finding out how your body reacts to things.
Exactly, man.
And that's where the real test comes in.
Oh, it is, man. And then it's not even including like the life aspect of it. Dealing with certain things and just being able to roll with the punches.
Did you find yourself doing bad when life outside of the boxing gym was in bad shape?
Doing bad?
You weren't training. Not you weren't training, but you weren't doing good in the gym.
In the gym?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I would when I would bring my outside issues, into the gym, and I'm not really focused, I'm more focused on what's going on outside in the gym. Yeah, I would get spanked.
Yeah.
I would get spanked. So I had to learn to just, because here's one, it's coming to me. This man, it's been in the gym and boxing, it's like my safe space.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So I didn't want if I'm trying to get away from something, I didn't want to bring it to a place that's my safe space. So when I walked into the gym and I smelled the leather and everything that was going on outside of there, it stays outside of there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And
is that hard to do when it's like something?
I mean, like in the beginning, like when I first, because for a while I was doing it unconsciously. You get what I'm saying? Like not even really thinking about, why I'm having an off day, in the gym and stuff. And even like if I have an amazing day, sometimes I'll come in the gym some days, man, and I'm just not hitting all cylinders. You know what I'm saying? Man, I had to learn, man. You can't be so daggone hard on yourself. You got to be able to give yourself grace, man. Like you're not gonna hit every cylinder each and every time that you get into the ring. You know? But it's with life also, man. It's with life. You're not gonna hit everything right then and there when you want to. But when the time is right, you're gonna hit every cylinder, man. But you just have to give yourself grace. You cannot, man, you can't get through life. You can't get through life and be happy if you're constantly hard on yourself 24/7.
Yeah, that's true.
You just can't do it, man. Like you got to give yourself grace. Ain't nobody else in this world is gonna be more patient with you than you are with yourself.
Yeah. You're number one.
Yeah, you got to be.
You stayed at that gym for how long?
I stayed at the gym for about, I want to say 2 years, 3 years.
Okay.
And then my little brother started boxing. I brought him to the gym.
Yeah.
And he enjoyed it. I mean, nice. I think you know my little brother, Dominic. Yeah, man.
I met him once.
Yeah, man. He's a sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But brought him, and he liked it. Loved it. I'll say he loved it. And
so that was his first time too?
That was his first time, yeah. So he started that second round. I don't know the exact way him and Coach Kenny met, but I do know that he started he came back to Raleigh because he was still in school. He was still living with my mom. And he started at second round. And I think Coach Kenny started there, and then that's when they connected.
Gotcha. All right, cool, man. And so were your plans just to stay there until you
stay there, man.
Was there a goal in mind? Like when you were just boxing at the gym up in
Charlotte?
In Charlotte, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was, man. It was definitely a goal, man, just to stay active. I want to stay active, man. And it was a lot of guys, that were pro already down there, and I didn't really hear about a lot of pros here in Raleigh. And my family was here closer to Raleigh. You get what I'm saying? So I wanted to move here and, kind of closer to my family. Then when it was time to fight, everybody, because my pro debut was crazy.
Yeah.
Man, it was amazing, man. Like it was greater than what I could imagine.
Nice.
You get what I'm saying? So
what made it amazing?
Man, just the people, the energy, the journey leading up to that moment, from the day that I first started.
Just kind of like everything kind of coming together.
Everything like how much it was worth, going through everything that I went through to get to that moment. You get what I'm saying? And thanking myself that I didn't quit in the process. Because if I would have quit, man, I wouldn't experience none of that. My coach wouldn't have, my coach wouldn't have been able to experience that moment with my brothers, my mother, my daughters. Like they wouldn't have been able to experience any of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful, to myself and to my coach and, the people around me that, they didn't let me quit. You get what I'm saying? Like that is important. Being able to have somebody around you, man, like even if sometimes y'all bump heads and everything, man, like just as long as, they only help you strive to bring out the best in you and vice versa. You get what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
Because, man, who you surround yourself with, man, that is big. It's big who you surround yourself because you become who you surround yourself with, man. If I would have had people around me that, that allowed me to quit when things got hard, man, like, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yeah.
and I'm getting better. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm always
better.
checking in with myself. So
Yes,
like,
sir.
oh, who am I surrounding myself?
Exactly. That's important. That's
Yeah.
important, man, because a lot of people unconsciously have people around them that they don't need to have around them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
That's true. Did you ever feel like quitting at times?
Yeah, it was a few. Yeah, the injuries.
The injuries,
Yeah. Having injuries, man. And I remember when I got with Coach Kenny, 2016, and it was my second fight with Coach Kenny, and I had a shoulder injury, and it popped out.
Was that the
man.
same one that popped out?
Yeah, it was the same one that popped out. So, so for a while I took some time off, and I'm thinking, I'm like, bro, I might have to, kind of hang, yeah. And that was, and right then and there, I remember talking to my brother. I remember it plain as day. I was talking to my brother, man, just crying, man, crying, But I knew that before I broke down, that I was gonna break through, and that day I broke through.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, after me and him talked, and I got back in the gym and I started working. I realized that it was, because I got X-rays, everything was good. It was just how I was throwing my punches. You get what I'm saying? Instead of keeping everything tight, coming straight down the middle, shorten it up, get close, boom, boom, pop.
Yeah.
Like, but coach, like if I like we would work the mitt sometimes, and I'll throw something wide, and my coach would tell me, he'll be like, yeah, man, that's why you blew that raggedy shoulder out, man. Like you got to keep everything tight.
Yeah.
And it's been 6 years? I want to say 6 years, 7 years. I've had no shoulder injuries.
What were you doing that caused the injury?
Just wide, just throwing it too wide.
Oh, too wide.
Yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
way, like cocking back, like
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like basically trying to kill, on kill mode all the time instead of like setting it up, opening them up. Because when I got with Coach Kenny, he'll tell you, man, all I wanted to do was rip your head off.
Right.
And I was an excellent boxer, but it was a time and a place, man, to want to take somebody's head off, man. Like you want to set it up. I don't want to ever be a one trick opponent. You get what I'm saying? Like you just got me down packed. Like no, like you want to be a puzzle. When you in there, man, you want to be a puzzle. Somebody, you always have somebody guessing and trying to figure out what it is that your next move. You get what I'm saying? Instead of just want to drop a load on you, every single time. You get what I'm saying? So.
Right.
And with Coach Kenny, man, like I can honestly say my jab, like I got one of the best jabs ever.
Nice.
You get what I'm saying? Because I always knew I had a good jab, man, but he really helped me perfect it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that came with having off days in the gym. That came with getting frustrated with myself. You know what I'm saying? Me and my coach, getting frustrated. Me not listening, and but I had to put myself up, kind of put my ego aside, man, and really because. I knew, man, like I knew that I was not done growing. Even now, I'm not done. I still have you
got a lot to go.
Yeah, I got a lot to go, man, and that's because I didn't stop learning. You only stop growing when you start learning. That's with anything. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, and I realized that I don't know everything in the sport. Like, there's everybody that's figured the sport out. They're going on and they're retired. You get what I'm saying? Like, because it was really nothing left for them, man. But as long as I learned that, as long as you're growing, and as long as you don't stop growing, man, like the sky's the limit. In anything though, it's not just boxing. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you ever, when you fight opponents, you kind of like try and learn everything you can about them?
Yeah. Or
is that kind of like a standard thing?
So the last guy that I fought, so my first three guys, man, they were pretty much just one way. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say one way, they was just there. But the last guy that I fought, he beat Roberto Duran's son. And I fought him May of last year. So he was a guy that I knew, man, I can't just, ain't just going.
Can't just go in there. Right?
Yeah, man. So, I knew I had to use my jab and use my feet, move a little bit.
That's kind of what you do at first, right? You kind of like feel it out,
kind of feel it out, man. See what they like and what they don't like, and see what I can take away from what they're good at, what I can take away from them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and everything else play itself out.
Nice, man. Yeah, that's a life lesson right there.
Yeah,
man.
It
really is. So let's see. So yeah, you came up here a few years later, right?
I moved up here in 2016, around August.
Yeah, and then your brother was already taking classes.
He was already here.
Right?
He was already here training. Yeah.
How are because you got a coach down there and you got a coach up here.
Uh-huh.
Do you like working with different coaches?
No, No, like I have one man. Like Coach Kenny is my main. Since I've been here, like he's been the only one that I work with. So when it was time for me to move, I had a conversation with my coach, and he completely understood it.
Yeah.
But wherever I am in the world, he supports me in my career.
Right.
Wherever.
Right. I feel like that's a big move.
It is,
right?
man. It is. It's a really big move.
Yeah. So, but how was it with Kenny the first time you worked with him?
Man, it was really good. It was really good, man. I remember just being able to adjust like what each other like what we like and what we don't like, and you know what I'm saying, like it was.
Was it just like a class thing at first, or was it like a one-on-one?
It was like full. Like when I hit him up, like, look, man, I'm thinking about coming back, moving back to Raleigh, man. It'll be an honor if you can train me, if I can train with you, man. And he was like, man, you just let me know. You know what I'm saying? So moved down here, and the first couple sessions that we had, we were at the gym that I started at second round.
Oh yeah,
we were at second round, and pretty much, man, just kind of getting in the flow of things. Like we didn't really start hit the ground and running, man, for about a few months. We were just training and
feeling each other out.
Feeling each other out, man. Like, what are my bad habits? What I can improve on, stuff like that.
Yeah, I like coaches like that.
Oh yeah,
just
man. Yep.
Kind of pinpoint little tiny things.
Yep, exactly.
Because it's really about the little things that count.
It is, man.
Really.
It is.
So, and then you had matches up here, obviously.
Yep,
right?
I had matches up here.
But how long was it before, like, you moved up here, and then how long before you had a match again?
It wasn't that long, man. I want to say towards the end of 2016, beginning of 2017, because for a while it wasn't really any amateur fights around here.
Yeah.
But I do know there were a few like pro shows, like One Hit Promotions and things like that.
Yeah.
And they had a show out in Fayetteville, I think it was. I think that was me and Coach's first show.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a market here, man.
Yeah.
Like someone needs to like be a main promoter.
Yeah,
and
exactly. And some guys they'll do it. They'll start it, but then it'll kind of flop. They're kind of getting their feet wet with it, man. So it's kind of trial and error, to be honest.
You ever get together with like any other boxing gyms around the area and
the spar?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
like
all.
Randy
Yeah, for sure.
How is it when you box guys coming from the streets? What's your mind process going?
Man, I walk in the gym, I'm warming up, and my coach be like, "Cal, we got some fresh meat." Yeah. And then I look at him, I'm like, "All right, man, here we go." You get what I'm saying? So I'm stretching, especially now. I don't think he wouldn't, like, if I'm getting ready for a fight, like he's not gonna put him in there with me, man, because he knows.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But if he know I'm pissy and like if he know I'm like, just put a body in there, man, like he's gonna throw him in there. So yeah, man. But you got some guys that'll come there, man, like they're killers in the street.
Right.
Man, but it's totally different. It's totally different when you step in the ring.
Yeah.
Like it's totally different.
You find that like people just the first move they usually do is like overhand.
Yeah, overhand. That's exactly. Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Nobody ever thinks about going straight in.
They don't, man. They don't, man, because automatically they think they're in the street, man. But once they get hit with something that they've never been hit with, most guys they don't come back. They don't come back, man. Yeah. And I don't have no pillow for hands either, so.
Right.
I got bricklayers, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to spar you. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. Now if we're just like moving around, like if I'm just working on something, like that's one thing.
Right.
But if we're like full on sparring, like yeah. I mean, especially like if you don't or if I'm getting ready for a fight, I'm locked in or I'm in shape, like man, I'll show you something. I'll show you some stuff, man. Yeah, definitely show you some stuff.
That's cool, man. I've seen your videos going in the gym, man. I mean, in the ring, and you're sharp. You're really sharp, dude.
I appreciate you, bro. Yeah. I appreciate you. Man.
Do you know the next steps that you have to work on? Is that as far as like your boxing career?
Yeah,
or
man.
Not even just career, but like even just like technique and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. It's really, man, just about just staying in there, man. Just staying in there. And I watch a lot of film. 1, 2 in the morning, I'm watching film.
You ever watch like kind of the stuff that Bruce Lee used to do, like watch fencing? fencing matches.
So my thing, I watch a lot of Coach will tell you, I watch a lot of animals. Like lions and
Interesting.
stuff. Yeah, lions and stuff like how they're like led by instinct and stuff like that. And I mean,
Is it like the way they move and stuff?
yeah, the way they move, they the way they fight when it's time to fight their rivals, stuff like that. Like not having no fear, not second guessing, not like. And me, man, like I just feel like animals are a prime example of being led by instinct. They don't know how to do nothing else but what they were born to do.
Yeah.
Us, we have a free will, and sometimes we will abuse the free will and not do what we're supposed to be doing. Animals are a prime example. Like I have dogs, you know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes I'll just let my dogs out and run. I just watch them be who they are.
Yeah.
Nothing else. They don't know how to be a rabbit. They don't know how to be a cat. They only know how to be who they are. And that goes like a long ways, bro.
Yeah. I love wrestling with dogs.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, man.
It's
bro.
like, I don't know. It's like the closest thing you can get to a fight.
Exactly, man. Without getting hurt, right?
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Cute pup, man, by the way.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. I got two males now.
You got two?
I'm waiting on another female. She'll be here in the next few weeks.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. How many are you going for?
I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't even know, man. A few of them. I love dogs too, and I'm getting ready to start. I'll start breeding them in the next.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep a lookout for that.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
When I'm ready.
Absolutely.
So obviously you got a daughter.
Yes, sir.
When did that come into play?
So she's my middle age.
Oh, really?
So you remember the one that I took a picture with when we took pictures? My oldest daughter.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's going to be 10. Yeah, she's going to be 10. March
wow.
10th.
Damn.
Yeah, man. So though, man, them two, man, like they, man, even bigger than boxing, bro. so much bigger than boxing.
Right.
Yeah, so
how was because obviously you had him while you were boxing, right?
Yeah, when I was young. Yeah, and I was
young.
man. Yeah, so when I had my first daughter, I was love kids, man. But I was nervous, like, oh, this is mine.
Are you here?
Yeah, like oh yeah, man. It was just new to me, man. And, just
didn't know what to
being
do.
able to adjust to being a dad and boxing, getting my career.
Yeah. Did you have to take some time off
from
like
boxing
when she was born?
Oh no, she was in the gym. She was in the gym within a few weeks.
Oh yeah,
yeah, within a few weeks, man. Within a few weeks.
Nice.
But I always told them I don't want them boxing. I just had my son December 11th. Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
So appreciate you, man. So I got my 2 girls and 1 boy. So I'm good. I'm good. I don't want, but I told them like I would teach them, but I don't want them boxing.
Why is that?
Because man, it's for one, like you got to think about.
Because one of them's gonna box.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not gonna stop them. Whatever they want to do,
right?
Is whatever they want to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, they'll get to a certain age where they figure out that they have a choice to be who they want to be, and I'm not going. I'm all for it. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna support whatever they decide to do.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, for me, I know how dangerous the sport can be. You know what I'm saying? And it's that's just always in the back of my mind. I don't want somebody to do something. I don't want my kids to do something just because I'm doing it. Like I want you to have a free will and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I don't want you to get later. I don't want you to get older later on down in life and you were doing something that you weren't created to do. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's big. That's big for me.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I never thought about that.
Yep, it is.
So you don't want to kind of have like
I don't want to ever force something on me.
Yeah, force on. Yeah.
I don't want to force it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they're watching their dad,
Yeah, exactly.
boxing, and they're gonna pick things up.
And then they're pulling my picture up, man, Googling me, showing their friends. Like that's a beautiful thing, bro.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful thing. Like what if I would have and I think about that, what if I would have quit?
Right.
Never did it, man. My kids wouldn't be able to do nothing like that. You get what I'm saying?
And you'd be the old guy saying, "Oh, I remember the days when I
yeah,
used
man.
to do this."
Yeah, man. No, that was another fear of mine. Just when I get older, and just talking about what I could have been or what I should have did and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a fear of mine as well. Yeah, yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So so you said you're gonna still train them though? Like how to fight and stuff, like protect themselves.
Self-defense is self-defense is.
Nice.
I feel like everybody should learn a form of self-defense.
Yep.
Everybody, man, because I mean, you never know you in a situation where you gotta just simply disarm somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think for me, when I have kids, it's gonna be It's gonna be starting off with jujitsu, the ground
You
game.
got kids?
No, I don't. But when I do,
Oh, when you do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you still young, bro.
I'm still in. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do jujitsu for them first, ground game, especially for women, ladies, kids. You know, I think that's important, and then going into boxing gym a little bit later on.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You want to spar? No, I was kidding.
No, I want to come back, bro.
Yeah.
I want to come back. I don't want to, you had to kick me off your show.
Oh, right. Yeah. He knocked me out. You're never invited back.
Yeah, never, man. I do appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, man. It's been fun.
Forward to it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what's the next steps for you here?
Next steps, man. So we did have a few dates on the table, man.
Okay.
We don't know exact dates. I'll post as soon as I get a date, man. But hopefully I'll have a big homecoming here.
Cool.
So that'll be.
Let me know when that happens, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop by.
Absolutely,
Check it
man.
out for sure.
Absolutely, man.
I don't think I've ever been to a boxing match.
Really?
Yeah, I've been to an MMA match, but not a boxing match.
Oh man, yeah, man. You got to check it out.
Yeah, I really do.
You ever seen somebody get knocked out in person?
No, I don't think I have.
It's brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah,
brutal. It's really good.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Oh, for sure, bro. For sure, man. I appreciate you having me, bro.
Yeah, man. So, man, I don't know. I feel like. Do you know if when you're ready to take it up to the next level?
Yeah.
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 Do you feel like you're there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. Me and my coach already talked. We talked about this a few weeks ago about, because when I'm focused, man, when I'm locked in and, discipline, man, you put me up against a brick wall.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to run through it. You get what I'm saying? And I mean, me and him talked about it a few weeks ago, man. I'm ready for the last guy that I fought.
Yeah.
Last guy that I fought. He was if anybody else would have got in there with him, and took him for their first fight or something like that, man, it'd have been I wouldn't have been surprised if he would have won.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So,
Right.
I mean, I don't ever want to, climb up a mountain and go back down. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying when I say climb, get durable, get tough guys, and then go back and fight someone that's, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, the higher you go, man, the more you're going to grow.
Right. Right.
The higher you grow, the more you're going to grow. You get what I'm saying?
So even if you lose to one guy, you still don't want to go to someone else.
Exactly.
That's less.
Exactly, man. Because that's not where the growth is.
Yeah.
The growth is in the resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah. In resistance.
Okay. Do you feel like I feel like a lot of boxing has to do with networking?
Yeah, it
as
does.
well, right?
Yeah, it does, man.
In
Just
order to
put
climb to
yourself
the top.
Yep, and just just being able to put yourself out there. Also,
Yeah.
not being afraid to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming.
Hey,
back,
bro, I appreciate you, man.
It was fun.
All right, same here. Same here. Appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely. All right, that's it.
My man.
It was fun.
Was, bro.
I like talking about boxing.
Man, what? I mean, man, because you can talk about that, man, and just compare it to so much more.
Yeah. You really can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really can. That's what my greatest growth came from. Boxing. It did. Because when I deal with certain stuff in life, I get hit for a living. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I got to be able to figure it out, man. If I get rocked or, if I'm seeing stars.
Oh, it put my back.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
if I get hit with a shot or, I'm seeing stars or something like that, man, it's taught me, man, to be able to keep your composure and get done what you need to get done.
Yeah.
I know with this sport, I know what I signed up for. I know what I signed up for, man. When I get out of the gym, man, and I'm dealing with people, everyday people.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I'm a people person, So when I deal with people, man, and a lot of people tend to gravitate to me when they have certain issues in life and just kind of seeking guidance, man. I always refer back to, boxing. You get what I'm saying? Just how, how easy it is to kind of quit. How easy it can be to quit when you got your back up against the wall, when you don't have no.
Yeah, and you're dazed.
Exactly,
right?
You're dazed. Yeah, man. It's the same thing with life, man. It's so easy. Sometimes it's so easy to throw in a towel. The hard thing to do is to keep going. You get what I'm saying?
Man, You ever had a broken nose or anything like that?
I broke a few.
Yeah. Oh, you
I broke a few. Yeah, man. I broke a few. Yeah, I broke a few. I think that was like Coach's second fight that he seen me in when I fought, and that was in 2016, January 30th, 2016. I remember that fight.
Yeah.
It was a kid that I had fought like 2 years prior. Really close fight, and I remember seeing him in the Golden Gloves when he knocked a guy out. And so I ended up fighting him a few months later. And I seen him at another amateur fight. He was like, man, that was a really good, really great fight, man. I feel like that fight could have went either way with me and you. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay. So
you got to train hard.
So January 30th, I locked it in my mind.
Yeah.
Locked it in my mind. I was like, January 30th, January 30th, it was out in Durham at the Durham Armory. I remember it. I was supposed to fight this other guy that had fought my one of my gym mates, the Golden Gloves before, and he split his eye.
Ooh.
He split his eye. So 2 weeks before January 30th, 2 weeks before that fight, I ended up sparring that guy. And like a week before the fight, he pulled out of the fight.
Damn.
After we sparred. So I ended up fighting the guy that I fought a few months ago. I ended up fighting him. And I remember the second round. I think it was the end of the first round. I broke his nose. By the end of the second round, they was throwing in the towel. And ever since then, I've heard. Last time I seen his coach, it was a little while ago, but he told me ever since that fight, he has not walked back in the gym.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, man.
All right, doing damage.
Yeah, man.
I would say for me, my hands were always the weakest. Like I did MMA first, but like never had like boxing training. So I did MMA for 3 years, but my hands were always weak. You know what I mean? Or like sparring and stuff like that. I just like it was too hectic.
Like stand up, yeah.
Stand up, yeah.
And being able to stay disciplined and not use your legs, right?
Yeah.
It's tough.
And so and then I did boxing for 2 years, and I was like, oh, finally I could get like I feel more comfortable
really
in the stand up now.
Oh man,
than I did then.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So you learn about yourself, man. You do whatever you put your mind to.
Yeah.
You do whatever you put your mind. I don't care what it is, man. If you practice it long enough, if you want to do it,
yeah,
man. I mean,
but it really is about like when you get hit,
it is,
and in the nose, say, and then like you start to tear up
and be able to,
and then like
think,
you're trying to process everything. It's like,
exactly.
Man.
Exactly, man. It's tough. It's tough, man. But man, you learn so much mental discipline. You know, like when you're dealing with stuff, outside, man, it's like, all right, what is this trying to teach me? You get what I'm saying? Like, even when you get hit, like, why did I get hit? You get what I'm saying? Like, it goes a long ways. And and that's why I say boxing is one of my greatest teachers. Whether I'm fighting somebody or whether I'm in the gym just training, like I'm always learning something, and even about the people around me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Even about the people around me, even down to the younger kids that's coming up, man. You learn something through them, man. If you go in there with an open mindset, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't ever want to go somewhere and just feel like I got everything figured out, bro.
Yeah,
because that's what I learned. That's when you stop learning right there.
Well, that makes you a good leader, right? You know when to follow.
Exactly. Man.
Do you like to film yourself sparring and stuff like that so you could watch?
Yep, exactly. Watch what I need to work on. Watch what I need to strengthen a little bit, or just just watching it. Period. Like sometimes I know the days when I'm on. Like when I say on, I know the days when I'm sharp, and I know the days when I'm off. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like the hardest thing for people when they're boxing is keeping their hands up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the shoulders start to burn, right?
Exactly. And that's what a lot of people, a lot of people don't like, the people that's coming in and that's starting, they don't know no better, like far as like dropping their hands down and, not really understanding like the range and how far they are, whether they can be dropping their hands down without getting hit. Like you got to know how far you are from a person to understand like, or know that like whether you gonna get hit or not. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and like, even like the guys higher up, like myself and other guys, like, I know how close I can be to somebody to where it's okay for me to drop my hands down. Or if I'm going to drop my hands down, like I still got to be up and alert, because I don't want to drop my hands down and then fall asleep. Just get comfortable right and then get comfortable.
Well, that's tough too, because like you also have to put the pressure on.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So it's like that balance, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Like we talked about, man. That's important.
Yeah. Do you have any like rituals that you do, like meditation?
I meditate every single night.
Oh yeah.
Every
Okay.
and that's another major. And I read also. So that is another major. That is another major thing outside of prayer and reading is meditation. Being able to quiet my mind when I want it to, not when.
Is it like your typical meditation? Because there's different forms of meditation.
I mean, it's just like just being able to sit in
sitting.
one spot. Yeah, sit in one spot. Close your eyes. Or usually, I meditate the best when I fall asleep because now my subconscious is kind of
Working.
is working a little bit. And then I wake up. So I wake up like the next day or a few days later, and just something like I have like an aha moment. Is because I make sure my subconscious is working constantly, even like when I'm asleep.
Yeah. That's why I do hypnosis too.
Really?
Right? Have you done hypnosis?
Never.
Oh man, you should try it.
Oh,
I feel
I
like
got
it
to.
would be good.
Really?
It would be good for you. I mean, like hypnosis pretty much trains the subconscious. That's basically what it's doing. Because like I started out with hypnosis and then meditation.
Oh man.
And so with hypnosis, I found that because I wanted to train that inner voice.
That's it.
Right?
That is it, man.
And so hypnosis really helped me train that little inner voice. So it started from the inside and then out.
Yeah, I got to check that out, man. I got to check that out for sure, man. That voice right here can be your greatest, man. Can be your greatest cheerleader or your worst enemy. A lot of times is the worst enemy.
Yeah.
A lot of times,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Especially when you want to do something, like man, you'd be surprised at your own mind. You'd be surprised at what your mind can do on the positive side and also the negative side. On the negative side, it can talk you out of some great things. On the positive side, it can push you towards some great things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about like which one are you gonna listen to. Like hypnosis, like being able to train the inner voice. That's man, the thing between our ears, man, like this, man, without this, like we're nothing. With this, we're everything possible.
Yeah.
We're
like a double-edged sword.
Exactly, it really is, man. And that's been really major for me last year and even like up until now, like this present moment. Just being able to speak certain things, in my own life. And even seeing it manifest in other people's life, man, like just being able to, say it with intention, like with really, really good intentions and, and release it, like, and just seeing it come to fruition, like in my life and, other people's life has been, it just shows me that, man, like we're really a lot more powerful than what we can imagine.
We really are, dude.
Great, man. What?
Yeah.
Seriously,
It's like
seriously,
if we had our government and our system
Yep.
set up in a way where it supports that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Man.
Yeah, man. And the great thing about it, the crazy thing about it, man, like I could just feel like daily, man, I'm growing daily in some area because I'm allowing myself to grow. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't, like I said earlier, man, like I don't want to stop growing. Like even at the end of my life, I want to be identical to the person that I meet, the person I was supposed to be. And in order for that to happen, I can't stop growing.
Yeah.
Like
I have a couple of
can't
hypnosis that is kind of like that. It's like you're seeing your future self.
Exactly.
And then like it tells you and you're looking at them and then you actually like go into
we look
him
alike.
and
Yeah,
stuff
man.
like that.
Exactly. To see that is it, bro. That is important, man. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
when it comes to that. That is important, man. Like my biggest fear is for me to look, man, is for me to look at the person that I'm supposed to be, and we're two totally different people. But
That means you got a long way to go.
yeah, exactly, man. And I'm enjoying the process, man. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying the process.
It seems like it. Hypnosis is basically a guided meditation.
Oh,
So if you ever want to look up things on, there's a bunch of them on YouTube and stuff like that. But
okay.
yeah, check that out.
Absolutely, man.
Do you have a ritual for before fight?
Yeah. Meditate. I meditate before fight.
Yeah. Is that like an hour before the fight or something?
Yeah, an hour before, or I can be in the back, getting wrapped up. Or really, if it's not meditations, it's the conversations I'm having with myself.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. The conversation.
Is that like with music on or
yeah, with music on or music off? I'll go in the mirror and talk to myself. Yeah, like some Creed type of stuff, man. But just speaking, just being able to, kind of, just speak over myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, and just assure myself, man, I put the work in. Like, I've done everything that I need to do necessary. I left everything out, in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm going into this fight, man, empty, knowing that I left everything out on the line. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And really, honestly, man, I think the conversation I have the best. Like, I have really good conversations with people, but I have really good conversations when I'm by myself. I don't answer myself now. Now, if I'm answering myself, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but man, I feel like the conversations I have with myself are the greatest conversations that I can have. Like, period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice, man.
Yes, sir.
I like that. That reminds me of like David Goggins.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah,
That's just,
man.
he like popped up in my head. Right?
Yeah, man. It's important, man. It's really important.
And you know how he says like, they don't know me, son. Like
Yeah,
living
yeah,
away and stuff like that.
exactly.
I tried that one time in my head when I was working out. I was like, oh shit, I did like 10 more.
Exactly, man. It's important, bro. It's important, man. Like, you always want to, man, push yourself to that next level because we're capable of doing so.
Yeah.
Because we're capable
We
of
really
doing so.
are.
No matter what it looks like, no matter what we've been through, no matter, what we're facing, man, like, we can do it. I don't care, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm only telling you that from experience. Like, we only limited when we limit ourselves. As long you can have 1,000 people give up on you, man. But if you don't give up on yourself, you still got a chance.
Yeah. I feel like you're a big risk taker.
Yeah.
In a way, but a responsible one. Right?
Yeah, respond. Yes, me and my coach talked about this a few weeks ago, man. Like, he was talking to me about a certain opportunity, and we talked about it, man. And he was like, man, just certain people just they take certain risks and then they got to go back and clean the mess up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and him talked about this a few weeks ago, man. So that was just a prime
That's interesting.
example. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a prime example. So you want to take certain risks, man, but you don't want to have to go back and clean the mess up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a big one. I didn't think about that one.
Yeah, man. That is important, man. There's certain risks that you can take, certain necessary risks that you're gonna have to take to to get where you want to be, man. But it's other risks that you have to take, man, that you have to still plan strategically, on how to move forward and execute. You know what I'm saying? Without having to go back, without having to do what you got to do, get to your destination and go back and clean a mess up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think you're doing the right thing, right?
Exactly.
And then you still have to go back and clean.
Exactly.
But as long as you try your best and the intention is pure,
Exactly.
right, then you're fine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you'll always be fine.
Always.
Do you feel like you're a big risk taker outside of the gym?
Biggest risk taker outside of the gym?
Yeah. Are you a big risk taker outside of the gym?
Yes, necessary. Me, Keyshawn, and Coach Kenny. He's a big risk taker also.
Okay.
Yeah, he's even over the years, man, just seeing like where the gym is from where it first started, man, it's major.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, man, it's major, man. So just seeing Coach Kenny be able to take certain risks, and not even just for the gym, but also for himself. Also for himself. I hope he hears this. Also for himself, man. Just doing what makes him happy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because that's important too.
That's true.
Being able to do what makes you happy and not, just pouring into empty cups all the time and nobody's filling yours.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's really important, man. So
Yeah.
everybody in the gym is necessary risk takers. I'll say that.
Oh, I
We're not.
can definitely feel
Yeah,
that when I
yeah.
go to the gym
Yeah.
at Pride.
Oh yeah.
It's like everyone is humble. Everyone is pushing themselves.
Yeah.
It's really great to see, man.
Yeah,
It's
yes, sir.
it's a really positive environment.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
it
you.
really is.
Yes, sir.
And like I could see why people look up to you too, like
sir.
the younger ones and stuff like that.
I appreciate you, bro.
You carry yourself in a way that is like professional.
Yes, sir.
You know what I
Appreciate
mean?
you. I appreciate you, bro.
Doing good things, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
You got to continue.
Yes, sir.
You also, man.
Yeah.
So I've been knowing you these last few years, man, and I don't even know if you give yourself flowers like you're supposed to. Like you put in a lot of work, man. Like whether you realize I'm watching or anybody else watching, man, you doing a lot better than what you think you are, bro.
Thank you,
the
man.
past couple of years that I met you, bro, like you've always been a stand-up guy. You've always been, just trying to connect and grow to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
and just life period. So I'm telling you, as an individual, as a man, as a brother, bro, like you keep up the good work.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like maybe it's me being hard on myself.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Because like I find myself doing a lot,
Yeah.
but to other people when they see that, they're like, "Oh man, that's a lot, dude. You're doing great." You know what I say? But to me, it was like, man, I still have a lot of room that I could do stuff, but I'm not doing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
This older guy that I know, I posted this on my story about 2-3 months ago, and very successful. And I remember asking him. I remember seeing him one day. He had a back brace on, and I used to ask him, "Man, what's going on with the back brace?" And he would say, "Man, I've been riding horses ever since I was, I think he said 7 years old, something like that."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Man, I just always knew that I was gonna be successful in my life, and I didn't delay having fun and enjoying the journey getting here." He was like, "I always knew that I was gonna be in this physical condition, but it wasn't the destination that I found the most excitement, and where I found the most growth. It was the journey to getting here." And I feel like a lot of us, man, we'll delay being happy, we'll delay certain things, we'll be too hard on ourselves, man. We don't learn to find joy in the journey. You get what I'm saying? And because we're not exactly where we want to be. You get what I'm saying? Like, instead of looking at it like that, man, like we're on our way to where we want to be. You get what I'm saying? Like every step that we take, every move that we make, man, like we're gonna get there.
Yeah. We're on our way. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like what I have on my phone. I'm one decision away from great success.
That's it, man. That's it, man. That's it.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. No problem, man. No problem. It's an honor, bro.
Yeah. All right. That's it.
Yes, sir. My man.